Hey everybody, and we're back today. Had a pretty long weekend. Didn't sleep well last night, but so we're probably just gonna do one league today. When I was looking through the 5 decks earlier this morning, I saw this thing. I have no idea whether it's good. I've never played it, but it was the spiciest looking thing in the 5 list, and I decided I had to have me some. So again, I honestly can't answer any questions about this deck. It doesn't look better than blue red, but maybe I'm wrong. I had to read Raptor Hatchling and I had to read Cultivator of the Blades, but hey. Harrison Jones. I believe this guy's beat the crap out of me before. We just go off on one person, I'm going to be happy. Cool. The interesting thing, or one of the interesting things about this deck, not the only interesting thing about this deck, is it's got just a bunch of 5-drops and only 20 lands. Oh, cool. We got a God-Pharaoh's gift. I'm sure we'll find a way to get that in our graveyard at some point. In our deck that I don't think can put it in our graveyard of anything other than a Beaumont. Maybe they are. Oh, cool. Let's just get paired versus a fast deck right off the bat. Boom. That's what we call getting froggy with it. The fanatical firebrand. Oh, he's playing blue-red gifts. That's probably not good for us. This build just has to be faster than anything we can do, right? Just like no way that it's not faster. Oh, what am I doing? Let's play the one that guaranteed gives us a land. So, as usual, probably just losing to another GPG deck. Because I don't beat GPG decks. Ever. I guess I'm going to start with this. Boom. I guess I need that. But then I can't attack with Beaumont Courier if I keep it. I'm probably supposed to just play the gate and then like sack this and like do's the things and the things and the do's. I don't know, I'm just talking to myself at this point. No idea. Absolutely none. That put 4 creatures in our graveyard. That's not very good. Hey, thank you for the auto host. That's a combat thingy. Yeah, I just have no idea. Maybe I just attack him if at all. Gamble to hit a land. guess I probably need this card. This doesn't seem great to me. That's kind of what I was hoping he was doing, but like I don't think that even seems good. Do we have any braids or anything? So they have 3 cards in the graveyard already. This has a good chance of putting a bunch in. Walking Ballista plus this would probably guaranteed put it in. That was good for us. You have got me opponent. Hey, look at Ope. What's up, man? Hope everything's going mighty fine for you. I guess I just don't attack. Not really sure. It's gonna put 3 things in our graveyard. Maybe I should just attack with this. I'm just gonna attack with that. GPG Pal versus GPG Pal. Swing and a miss. Actually, about the best card I could hit in this spot, I guess. So we have 5 things that I'm putting in my graveyard. Seems okay. But like I can't combo and he can, which seems really bad. I feel like if he just ever activates the gate, I'm dead, and if I ever activate it, like, he's not dead. Hey, Weekend Greek, or Geek, sorry. I assume nothing, not me, but that's why we're testing. Thank you, Is It Brewery, for the auto host. Did they get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, they got there. I think like maybe this build might be able to like win fairly more often. Like maybe it's a little bit more resilient to hate. Because like I think this build up here probably doesn't win very often without this card and this card. But like maybe this build does. I'm not actually sure. I assume I'm dead next turn, and I assume I don't even have any counterplay to it. But I don't know that to be accurate. I'm going to start with this, I guess. guess I'll put this in the graveyard since I can't cast it anyway. No braid? I don't know if this even does anything. I'm definitely going to take this thing. And I'm going to attack and exert. 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 I guess we're going to kill this because it can block the servant. Opponent says feels shafted, but I think he just untaps and wins. How to gift X. Sorry if I'm a little under the weather. So he takes 6 here, and then he untaps and takes 6 plus 10, that's 16. He's going to be at 21, so there's just nothing I can do to kill him. Assuming he blocks, of course. I guess he can't block, because if he blocks, I get to buy this back and do it again. He can block that one. That's great for me. So he's going to take 8 plus 10, still just not, or sorry, plus 11. That's 21, isn't it? So he's going to take 8 plus, I'm assuming like maybe this hits. So next turn he takes a minimum of 8 more, plus 10 more. So you see, this doesn't work for him. Because now this is in the graveyard and I get to repeat the process. Oh no, it's not in the graveyard because he's going to sack this to the option, so yeah. Alright. So yeah, we're just going to die. Assuming he hits anything. He's not going to kill us with just one combat celebrant, but that was a good block by opponent. Well, this is the biggest creature I can get, so we'll take it. I'm going to leave it on top for the first one, put it in the graveyard on the second one. Feels like playing Gift without Champion Wits is just awful. I absolutely agree with you. This feels weird. And our opponent is hell-bent with only one thing in his graveyard, so I think we just take 8 damage. So I think we're fine. Well, 10 damage if he gets the Walking Ballista, is that right? I think we survived, don't we? RIP, the Beaumont killed us. Oh, that's such a tilt. No, wait, the Beaumont didn't kill us. The Beaumont's just 2 extra. It does 10 this way, right? Unless I'm not seeing something in his graveyard. So he's attacking for 5, and then he can attack for another 5. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I don't understand something. I guess he can just leave them both back on defense. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit sick and super tired right now, so like maybe I picked a deck that's too confusing for me. So I'll just buy back Walking Ballista even if he keeps 2 blockers, right? And that's enough. Guess he could go for Champion of Wits and look for a Firebrand? No, because he'd have to. Yeah, gives him 4 chances to hit a Firebrand or a Beaumont Courier to block. He sacked that? He had no card in his hand. What does sacking that do? It uses his 1 mana. Sacking that does nothing because it doesn't even put another card in his graveyard. Opponent definitely had a chance to win there. He could have bought back a Champion of Wits and it turned it into a 4. So he would have drawn 4 cards, discarded 2, and with that last red mana, if he drawn a Firebrand, he just kills us that turn. And if he drew a Beaumont Courier, or like a land and a Walking Ballista, because I don't think he played a land, did he? Yeah, he didn't play land. If 2 of those 4 cards was like a land and a Walking Ballista, like all of those cards could have beat us. So our opponent, I think, conceded prematurely. Unless I'm just not understanding what's going on, which is very reasonable. Like I said, I'm super tired, so maybe I just don't quite understand what's going on right now. I think we'll bring these in. Cards in graveyards can't be the targets. No, we don't want that. I don't think we're going wide in this match, so I don't think we need that. Huh. I don't know how to sideboard this deck either. I guess if I'm bringing in 3 drops, I can take out 3 drops. Oh, sorry guys. I'm going to try to wake up and focus up here. Don't think I can keep this hand. If we had a Merfolk or a Servant, maybe, but I don't think. Alright, we'll keep this hand. It's just not good, but whatever. Alright, we'll keep putting nothing on the top of my deck that isn't a land. So they're going to have access to like Spell Pierce. Is that the one that's standard legal? Spell Pierce and Negates, and we just have access to none of that stuff. We have no Abrades. Maybe they have Abrades. Long story short is they can interact at instant speed and we can't. Oh, what do you know? That card's very good here. If they don't land, I'm probably just playing them both and attacking and not carrying. Kind of hope he blocks, because if he blocks, it makes a Gate to the Afterlife drone worse. But we mulliganed and still didn't get a second land. There's not a lot we can do about that. Ever, really. If you don't draw lands, you can't win. The opponent also doesn't have lands, but he is ahead at the moment with better cards and the first good or the first double attack. Specifically because our lands that we currently have aren't actually very, or cards we have aren't very good. This was a 5-0 list. I assume he's just played versus a bunch of big, rippity, rip. Rippity, rip. I assume he played versus just a bunch of mid-range decks. I guess I have to block if he attacks with this. Him getting many more cards under this is just too good. Alright, well he didn't block. So that puts the 6 card in this graveyard already. That means he gets the GPG next turn if he wants to go for it, but we could have a braid, so like maybe he'll play around it. Second GPG, or sorry, second gate. I'm going to block that with this. Putting this in the graveyard gives me the ability to have 3 cards in my graveyard. Because I'm going to sack the Beaumont and discard these 2 cards. So if I draw a gate, I have an active God-Pharaoh's Gift as well. And like, it's probably not good enough to matter at this point. They release them twice a week, I believe, on Thursday and Monday. But don't hold me to that. But he's just got too much value going on right now. So like, he would have to brick pretty hard, I think, for us to win from here. Like, he's even got double root. Oh, he's got another Celebrant, so I can't think of a card. I can't think of a line that would allow us to win now. But we're gonna take, see if we hit it or whatever. Probably concede if we don't. We didn't hit it. Yeah, next game it is. I don't think I want to change anything. Yeah, I think I'm just good with what we have. We just have to hope that we get a little bit better mana and that we're a little bit faster than him, but he's a faster deck in general. We just have to hope the draws, like, slow it down. Hey, Shaolin, thank you for the host. Did it not show me your host? Yeah, it did not show me your host. That's weird. But I can see it over here on my Twitch app. Oh, that was 2 days ago. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Either way, thank you for 2 days ago. Yeah, I try to play these decks as often as I can. I like trying the new 5-0 decks. I think they're kind of interesting. Like, maybe you learn something. This hand's not very good, but I'm certainly not going to mulligan it. It would be good versus like a normal deck, but it's not good versus a practically combo deck. And they have their best 1-drop. I wonder if that is their best 1-drop. It's arguable that that Beaumont might be their best 1-drop in this build. I'm not sure. They're a little wrecked in terms of mana, though, so at least we've got that. Excuse me. Let's see if we can bait him into using Walking Ballista before we get a counter. I guess we're keeping that. Just gonna attack with Glorybringer several turns in a row and hope it's enough. Yeah, I like to play interesting decks. It's funner to me than just playing like, you know, the old blue-black or Grixis deck over and over. Like, I'm not too concerned about how often I win, so I find it a lot funner. I know a lot of people don't, but it works for me. I don't really want to give him a trigger here, but like I kind of feel like I need to. Maybe I'm just supposed to attack him for 4. Eh. Yeah, I'm just not going to exert. I'm just going to keep smashing for 4. I think that's our best chance. So that puts up to 4 creatures in his graveyard. So if he hits with this, we're in bad trouble. And he hit with it. So he has to hit 2 creatures with this now. Or he could just have like Walking Ballista or something. He could have blocked at this point too and got an extra creature. It's going to be hard for us to beat him when he's the better GPG deck. Well, that'll do it. Well, I mean, it doesn't necessarily do it. He still needs to hit with Minister. Or just have one of the 4 creatures in his, or cards in his hand be a creature is enough. It's practically impossible for him to miss. And there's number 6. So we drew 0 Thrashing Brontodons out of their game, and we got wrecked. There's like some chance that he doesn't get anything good here, but I don't think it's a very high chance. Because he gets to smash us for 13? I don't know what we can do. We draw Brontodon this turn. He doesn't have a backup gift, so we can kill the champion plus the combat celebrant. And maybe that's enough? No, we can't do all of that, can we? We don't have to do the champion, or we don't have to do the combat celebrant, though. We only have to do the champion, so. We don't have to do the champion either. Long story short is if he misses, maybe we can just ignore him. Assuming we draw one of our 3 Brontodons. We only have, like, even a theoretical 3 outs, I guess. All of that's making assumptions that he draws something remotely useful. Like, maybe he's got 6 cards, like, maybe none of them are any good. Like, that does happen. Sometimes it can just be 6 lands. It's very unlikely, but, like, it can happen. He's not discarding quickly, so I think that's a relatively good sign. No, he threw a combat celebrant in his graveyard. It was a terrible sign. We were wrong. We were wrong the entire time. So that practically means we can't win now, right? So if we kill this and play this, next turn he gets to buy this back. Attack with everything. I would have to block like the champion. And I would take, I could block this and this, that's irrelevant. I'd still take 8, 9 at worst. I guess that's the only thing we even have, right? So assuming I kill this, next turn he's getting 2 things back. If I block the first one, I'm taking 4. And then on the second one, I'm taking 4 more. It just doesn't feel like ways to win. Like, we survive that, but we can't beat that, right? Like, we survive this, but we don't beat it. And we have to kill the combat celebrant because this second combat celebrant untaps it. I think this is going to put us like 1 in 10 versus GPG in the past 8 days or something. Just lose to it every time we play. Gotta be honest, it gets a little old. Alright, that's enough. That's dead on board. Nothing we can do now. Yep, that is the fastest GPG deck though, so... Like, we're obviously playing the slowest GPG deck. So it's not the match that we ever want. Hey Chris, what's up man? We got crushed by GPG. We've played 1 match with it so far, Spectre, and we got paired versus Blue-White Gift, and Blue-White Gift, or sorry, Blue-Red Gift, and Blue-Red Gift's just faster, so we didn't really get to see much, except just getting smashed by, you know, the faster build. We got smashed pretty hard by it. Hey, Mikey. What's up? I will guess 47. 47's what? Is 47 right? Hey, no dice. I'm pretty sure this got crushed just recently, too. This hand's pretty good, though. The problem is, like, the graveyard hate's really bad versus that type of the build of the deck. Because if you're not tapping out basically every turn versus them, they're just going to be able to beat you fairly. Hey, Shaolin, thank you so much for the host. Like, it's obviously not bad, but, like, there's not a lot of graveyard hate that would hurt them and not hurt me. Which is a problem. It's like if I bring in Crook or something, maybe I can pull out the Celebrants, but like if I'm spending all the time doing that, maybe they're just beating me with Warkite Marauders and like the things they cast. Oh, that's a strong magic card. Alright, well, I guess we're going to maybe pretend to play a fair game. I'm just gonna cast this, I think. Nah, I'm gonna cast this one. I don't know which one I'm supposed to cast. I don't want you. Our hand's still pretty good. We have double Celebrant this time as well, so. For Scarab God decks, like Silent Gravestone doesn't, God-Pharaoh's Gift doesn't target, so Silent Gravestone doesn't affect God-Pharaoh's Gift, but it does stop cards like Scarab God and Refurbish from happening. So, like, say we were paired versus Blue-White Blue-White GPG, we can bring in Silent Gravestone versus them to try to turn off the Refurbish. Nice, man. Blue-White Auras. Any spice to the list? Oh, I love to see them discarding that card. Because that card quite scared me in this spot. I think I'm actually going to cast one of these Walking Ballistas for one as well. But it's mostly for God-Pharaoh's Gift, but you can get some additional value out of it for blue-white gifts, which prior to the Grand Prix last weekend was the more popular gifts builds. It doesn't do anything versus the gifts itself, but it does stop Refurbish from getting the fast gifts. That's really sweet. The Teferi playmat's very pretty. I'm a big fan of it. So that's one of the reasons that I went ahead and cast a Walking Ballista. I assumed when he discarded his Walking Ballista that he had another one. Oh, just Jim Davis's list? Still fun list. Blue-White Auras is actually what I beat in the top 4 of my PPTQ. And I don't care if he has a Blossoming Defense or anything here because, you know, we have Friendo. I think there's an argument that I should just play a land and Walking Ballista and kill this, but I don't know enough about this deck to know if that's correct. I'm going to assume it's not, but like maybe it is. I'm going to attack with both of these now. I'm willing to trade 2 for 1 to get either one of these off the board. Preferably this one. No, he changed his mind. That's disappointing. He almost did what I wanted him to do. Yeah, we could try Crook. Crook does tie up mana though, and you got to keep in mind this is a 20 land deck, so like I'm not necessarily sure how much mana we're always going to have. We drew a bunch this game, but I don't know if that is the normal at all. Wow, he saved a Blossoming Defense for that. I have to assume that his Walking Ballista was just better than any card he had in play, so that tends to make me think he has a 3rd Walking Ballista. Let's hope he doesn't have a 3rd Walking Ballista. Oh, he did have a 3rd Walking Ballista. Nice. That makes games real hard to win when your opponent has what I like to refer to in the business, it all. No, I think those decks are pretty good versus I think the Auras decks are pretty good versus the blue-black decks. Oh, this is a play mistake. Oh, I just punted so very badly. I should have cast Fanatical Firebrand and killed this first. That way I would have still had an untapped Walking Ballista at the end because a Walking Ballista is better than having an untapped Fanatical Firebrand. And I could have attacked with the Walking Ballista had I done it the other way. Oh wow, he's just attacking my face. Never mind, it worked out the exact same, but it was a terrible play mistake by me. I shouldn't have ever gave him that option. I went to 2, Mikey. I won my local one with Snakes and Lathers, And then we went to another one after the PPTQ Sunday at a store that was kind of like in between our home and in between where the PPTQ was. And I was able to scoop my friend into the top 4 and then scoop to my friend in the finals to get him a play mat as well. So that was kind of sweet. It was a pretty successful weekend. I love playmats. Big fan of playmats. Playmats make the world go round. There's a Hedonist Climb. So we've got 1 turn to draw a gate. 1 turn and 1 turn only to draw a gate. If we draw a gate, though, we're probably lethal. And I played Snakes and Ladders in all 3 of those events. Gate? Not a gate. Alright, well, we're just dead then. We have no interaction with that. I don't think we even have much to sideboard in this match. Maybe we can bring in these. They're kind of fine. He's going to have a bunch of removal. Guess these block twice. Maybe that's okay. I'm going to take these out again. I'm not sure how right that is. But we're playing a deck that if you can't interact with on turn 2, it generally loses. Snake decks are very powerful. And they're pretty fun. They're kind of bad versus GPG in general, but like we're not a true GPG deck. And like even that last game, as bad as it looked, had we drawn a gate, we probably still just win that game. I don't know if this is a good opener or not. It kind of looks fairly medium versus the deck we're playing versus, but I don't know how picky I'm allowed to be. Like I don't have a lot of I don't have any experience really with the deck we're currently playing. No snake, please. Just be a glint. That's fine too. They can block this one and kill this one, and that's fine. Or they could just take 2. Yeah, I assume this was the more likely play. So boom. Thrashing Brontodon. Well, we have no answer to that card in our entire deck. This is a bad, bad thing. Yes, I know there's a Glorybringer in my hand. I'm being facetious. I think that's a word. I'm not sure. I'm mostly whining because that's what I do. I whine a lot. Man, my voice sounds weird today. It's probably because my throat's about as raw can be. Untapped land would be really nice, but then again, a 5th land in 14 cards in our 20. Oh, brutal. Please kill this and nothing else. Thank you. Alright, so if we draw to untap land, we still have a chance. We can, like, Glorybringer plus and kill that. Or Glorybringer and minus and kill that. But, certainly not a favorite to hit that land, as I was just saying. Didn't hit it either. What the heck? Alright, well, you get to hit me for another biggin. Your face. More of your face. Adonis Climb. Well, wrecked again. Because now this isn't even good enough. And it'll now never be good enough. I don't know. Maybe we can hit a land here and it would still potentially be good enough. No, it's not. Alright, well, so... we have some outs. Assuming our opponent's hand's terrible. Not a lot, mind you, but we have some. Our opponent has no more creatures in his hand. This is something that we could actually do. Oh, nope, he's got the best creature in his deck. And we just lose. No chance now. If he didn't have another creature, we had a chance. Like I said, not a good one, but we had one. We could hit a land and a gate here, and we did hit a land and a gate here. Unfortunately, because he hit a second Brontodon, the land and the gate does absolutely nothing. Still just die now. Because we're not going to be able to block this next turn. GG. I don't think my opponent sideboarded correctly at all. In any match that it's right to bring in Cartouche, you take out Hedonist Climb, in my opinion. So, like, I don't know which one of these is correct in the match, but I think one or the other is wrong. Because, like, the Cartouches are the games where you're trying to stop an early onslaught, and Hedonist Climb is a blank in early games. So it's like the cards are trying to do two separate things for the match. But the Brontodons were enough just to beat us. He didn't need the Cartouche. Like, we weren't beating the Brontodons alone. The Cartouche was irrelevant. Alright, well, we're 0-2 now. I'm not liking this deck. It just seems much less powerful than the blue-red versions. It seems significantly slower and less powerful. This is another snake deck. That's unfortunate. We are going to have an early Glorybringer this game, though, assuming he doesn't kill this. If I knew what was in his hand, I would just accept a trade. I have no idea what's in his hand. I don't want to lose this to a Blossoming Defense. If I knew I was getting the Servant, I would take it. I don't put any value really on my Servant, but don't care about Jade at all. Excuse me. Oh wow, opponent's on a spicy one. I'm not sure I care about this card though. Now I know I don't care about it. It's got 3 activations, so you can make it a 5. We have ground blockers for days. Oh wow, my stomach's even growling. That's interesting. I'm gonna block. I don't want him to get more energy. See what he casts. Bristle. That's a good one. It's gonna make it hard to block for days if he's got another cub. Alright, that's not a cub. Could just be Pummeler though. That would be a problem, I guess. Drawing 6 lands in 14 cards in our 20 land deck's obviously not ideal as well. Alright, we don't want you. We don't want you. What do you do? Don't want you. Think I have to actually exert on this thing now? Excuse me? I don't really want to exert, but I don't think I'm surviving for 4 more attacks, so I need to try to slow the game down, I guess. So he's got 3 activations over there. He can make that a 7/6. Alright, well, if you got something, you got something. Not gonna worry about it too much. Red Rover, send us on over a gate. We've only drawn gate, what, one time? Maybe twice already? And that's like the one game we won? It's kind of sick if you think about it. We've not had a combat celebrant yet this game either. I guess he's some sort of lethal. He's got like an invigorated rampage or something if he's making this attack. Huh? I guess not. I was just wrong. There's a gate. I don't have anything really to go with the gate. None of these things let us win, do they? Hmm. Alright, let's read discard. Maybe it does something I don't understand. Fabricate 2. So it's going to be a 6. It makes this thing attack for 10. That's not good enough. Anything else we can do? Just attack with this and deal 4 damage. And kill this. And then on his next turn, he would have this, and this to attack with. If he throws an Oasis on arbitrary number 1, say this one, I could block 4 of it, and I would still just take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, I'd still be alive in that spot then, wouldn't I? I have to exert though to even be alive in that spot. So I guess we'll go with a Jade Light Ranger. It might be big enough to survive here. I certainly don't want that. Excuse me. So exert. On the biggest that we can actually kill. Cultivator's not lethal, is it? Did I misread Cultivator? When Cultivator attacks, you may have other attacking creatures get +X/+X till end of turn. So it would have been a 6/6. So this would have just attacked for 10 and he would have been at 1. And we would have been dead on the crackback. Now I don't think I want to get Cultivator till the turn it's attacking. Does that say other creatures? Oh yeah, it does say other creatures. So This thing can attack for 6. This thing's attacking for 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're not dead. Alright, so if I block here, he spends the energy, and I take 5, 6, 7, 8. Or if I block here, he doesn't spend energy, so I guess... Got quite a few draws that let us win the game now. Like just drawing a Glorybringer does. Any Walking Ballista, any Fanatical Firebrand both do. I think. Not done the math, but I think they do. Wait, what? So no matter which of these we get, we win. Doesn't matter. That wins if he draws nothing, but like, what if he draws a removal spell or something? I don't know. You could be right. You're probably right. My play doesn't seem particularly good, to be honest, so... I don't know why he's not scooping, though. So... Let me read this Cultivator again. When Cultivator attacks... The Cultivator has to attack, right? So the line was grab Cultivator, exert on Cub without counters. Sure. So how does the Firebrand let me win then? You're saying I could have chosen 2 servos and survived. But we were surviving the attack no matter what. We could just get the servos this turn, right? Seems like taking it out of our graveyard was like removing a line. Because the Glorybringer would only have been a 4/4. He would have taken no more damage that turn, but I would have had a 7/7 blocker. But like, I might have needed those tokens to survive a 3rd turn or something. Because like, if we brick this turn on the draw step, which we were drawing to Firebrand, Walking Ballista, and Glorybringer, like we could have just brought the Cultivator back and had 3 blockers for his free shoot, what am I trying to say? For 3 of his attackers and like been able to block or just take 1 damage from one of the servos and then get an additional untapped step of a Glorybringer. I guess I want this versus him. Kinda want these, but I'm not sure they're good. This card kind of seems bad, but he's got to attack through it, so like maybe it's not bad. Maybe it's just a good way to like block a Long Tusk Cub in the early game and to get a 3/3 back. I want to try it. I think it's bad, but I want to try it. I'm actually just going to remove this thing. I think this is a card that's like a lot better in game 1 when people aren't expecting the GPG packages, and like much worse when they're going to have like additional braids and frashing brontodons and stuff in their deck. But I could just be wrong. I feel like I should be taking servants out too anytime I'm bringing in Sweltering Suns. But where I only have 20 lands, I'm absolutely terrified to try to take one of those cards out. But that's probably just poor thinking. This deck's fun. It's complicated. I don't think it's as good as blue-red. I don't think it's as good as blue-white. But like, it's pretty cool. Like, I'm certainly enjoying it. I think I'd be enjoying it more if I wasn't so exhausted that like I can't really think right now. But like I didn't get home till like 1 or 2 last night. Basically somewhere between 12:30 and 1. But like, you know, I showered, cleaned up from today, you know, got the germs off me and stuff. Didn't get in my bed until sometime between 1 and 2, and didn't fall asleep until like 4 a.m. And then the cleaning lady showed up at like 7 a.m. and I basically haven't stopped moving since last Thursday, and I'm way too fat and out of shape, so basically I'm absolutely exhausted. And unfortunately, after stream, I have to do like basically 6 hours worth of bookkeeping. Which is unfortunate. Long story short, I am dead to the world. I am on fumes. Hopefully tomorrow. And I got a sore throat and stuff, which is dragging me down a little bit. Not a lot. It's not a bad sore throat, but it's like enough to stop me from being 100%. I'm gonna try this hand. I was kind of wanting to know how good the Sweltering Sun was versus him anyway. This seems like the best opportunity to find out. I'm hoping it's at minimum a 2-for-1. Could have just played a mountain and tried to scare him off something, but that ain't how we do it around here. Alright, well I guess I have to play a blocker then, because if he gets 2 energy and even plays something like a servant, then he'd have 4 energy, and we wouldn't be able to kill the Long Tusk Cub with the Sweltering Sun. Sweltering Sun might be especially bad though, because like there's some chance that he's just an electrostatic pummeler deck, and if that's the case, it's going to be real easy for him to have a turn 3 4-power Cub. But not only that, he will have like blossoming defenses and stuff in his deck that can sometimes protect the Cubs. But sometimes we just get lucky, and just like we drew it up. Just like we drew it up, fam. It's almost like we knew what we were doing there. Spoiler, I don't think we actually did know what we were doing there. Alright, well, it's better to make him spend 3 energy now, I think, than later. Boom. Because if we wait till his turn and do it, he could have blossoming defense or anything and, like, potentially just be able to kill us. So he is an electrostatic pummeler deck. We got that part right. Knowing's half the battle, right? Don't have a second one, Brohim. He's got a second one. We are so dead if he's got anything to give us trample. Walking Ballista would be a great draw here. Oh god, somebody likes me upstairs. We only have 2 creatures in our graveyard, so we're just like not chaining off and getting enough. Would you like to spend 3 energy? Would you like to spend 3 more energy? Ooh. That's a cute one. It may even be fast enough, too, because it's going to be hard for him to get 4 energy this turn with a pump spell. And if he doesn't have 4 energy with a pump spell, we're going to bring the glory all over this thing's face. 3 creatures in our graveyard at the moment. It's looking like a Hydra the way he tapped, which is probably the most problematic card he could have here. Depends on how many things he has to give it trample, because this can block twice. It's really going to depend on how many things he has that can give it trample. Can't save the electrostatic pummeler now, so at least we have that going for us. Third pummeler. Yep, we will die to the third pummeler, I think. That's pretty sick. 3 pummelers in the top 13. Well, we did everything we could to keep him off the board. Maybe he doesn't have the pump spell. Who knows? Bombard? I'm not exactly sure what that is. It may not have a pump spell. Who knows? It's got a pump spell. The game's just over because this thing attacks for 20 on its own. No, not really. It costs a little bit too much mana. There's cards like Lightning, Harness, or yeah, Harness Lightning, and a Braid. This is not my idea. It's just a random 5-0 list we saw. Not loving it so far, but alright, sweet. Unless opponent's slow rolling us immensely, it looks like we're not dead. And not being dead's great. At this point, if he plays Improvised Rampage or Larger Than Life, I get whiny for like the massive slow roll. Just a stone massive slow roll. Don't think I want to put that in the graveyard. How many creatures do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. This guarantees we get to put 6 things in our graveyard, so I guess it's fine. You'll probably hear my mic get muted if we see a rampage after he took this long of a time. Alright, sweet. Do I want to draw a card and discard a card? Why, yes I do. I choose you. Do I want to draw a card and discard a card? Sure. I choose you. I only have a cool 3/3. Assuming he doesn't have a Braid, we're probably pretty Gucci here. I said Gucci in a sentence. That makes people should love me. Boom. Alright, well, he doesn't have an Abrade. We got that going for us. We got a Sweltering Sun to clean the board up here, too. He doesn't have mana for a Fling. I don't know why he's pumping it up. Oh, he didn't have the mana for it. Yeah. Well, wait a second. Wait a darn second. Yeah, he just didn't have enough. Boom. Alright. We won a round. Feel like opponent just didn't have to attack that turn. And could have tried to draw a land. He could just not attacked, right? It's pretty hard for me to put creatures in my graveyard. I feel like he could have just not attacked us. We're on the boards, though. We beat somebody. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I think in this deck they're actually just trying to beat people by attacking, and like the Gate to the Afterlife and the God-Pharaoh's Gift is their backup plan. So it's like some kind of weird take on red-green monsters, but like with a lot less good red-green monsters. I wanted to try it. It looked spicy on paper, but I didn't think it looked especially good. I felt like if we got paired versus a bunch of blue-black control decks and stuff, that like we could just crush them. But like that's not been what I've saw in the meta over the past 7 to 10 days. I've saw mostly GPG decks and mostly like red aggro decks and like a few mid-rangey green things like Snake or Dinos or Monsters or whatever. So like I just didn't expect this to go well at all. He beat us the last time we streamed, I think, and I believe he was playing, like I said, just one of those aggro decks. This hand's pretty good if we can draw some lands. See if we can play super fast. He was playing red-black aggro the last time I got paired versus him, and he sent me to Browntown very hard. Like, it wasn't close to close how badly he beat me. But assuming we just draw like 3 lands in a row, this hand is pretty sick, I guess. Oh, he has changed decks. A boom. Just boom. Ah, he's on Sota Sneaky Snaky? Well, that's unfortunate. That deck's very good versus us. This will be the 2nd out of 3 times we played it as well. Assume if he's making that play, that means he very likely has a Blossoming Defense, and I'm absolutely fine with him having a Blossoming Defense, because it would have tapped his Servant of the Conduit, and we would have got to play a big dog. And we like it when our big dogs hunt. Am I actually going to cast a Cultivator of Blades this turn and then like try to like Glorybringer? No, opponent! How dare you not see our sweet Cultivator of Blades line that we were about to try? Alright, well I take it back now. I'm definitely going to just try to Glorybringer this. Oh god, he's got 2 of them. So many things that are going bad for me. Alright, you can draw all the cards you want. I'm casting a really bad 3/3. It was going so bad. Maybe I'm supposed to just put the gate in on the field there? I feel like we're forcing him to kill my creatures this way, and forcing him to kill my creatures doesn't feel terrible to me. It's like only really bad if he's got friggin' walking ballista, and he does. Why would he not have a walking ballista? Boom. You got me, opponent. Am I supposed to kill something here or just not care? I just don't care. We racing. Please don't have your answer to this Glorybringer. If you do, I am like soups dead. Oh, that was kind of cool. I get to kill your Winding Constrictor? For free? What fun. I'm just going to draw another Glorybringer and bash this dude for 8. I like how I like rudely say this dude when he's like obviously an extremely good player and much better than I've ever been at Magic. That sucks. He has a Vraska's Contempt, I think. Oh no, he doesn't have a Vraska's Contempt. He's got a Virtus Gearhulk, and that is just as good. And by just as good, I mean it's better. Well, disappointing. We're dead. Oh boy, are we dead. I think we're on no outs. Yes, we're on no outs. Yeah, I don't know how to sideboard versus them. I don't want these cards again. I sideboard these cards out every match, so like, apparently I'm just a trash can. Just a trash can-arino. We'll try these this game. I don't know what that card does, so I'm just not going to play it. I'm a trash can. Boom. Alright, this hand's fine. And by fine, I mean really bad. But that's what I'm about. I'm about that really bad noise. Just so they can't play a glint. Wasn't a glint. You got me, opponent. I've learned the true lessons. You can't see me. I'm getting ready to attack with a combat celebrant. I'm actually probably not. He's probably getting ready to cast his metallic friend. Hey. He had that play game 1 and 2. Okay, sweet. It was not his metallic friend. We're Gucci. That's my metallic friend. Thank you very much, Seawill. There'll be 2 videos where I get oh well, no spoilers. It doesn't go well. That was very much a spoiler. Going up probably after this stream of me playing mono white approach unsuccessfully. So if he's got his metallic friend, I'm not sure how we ever win. That's not his metallic friend. Also, don't know how we ever beat Hadana's Climb. So what can I do here? I can be extremely disappointed that I don't have a red source. And realize that even if I had a red source, it's probably not good enough to matter. I think that's the things I can do. I think I'm just going to cast this and try to get lucky. I really want that land. That's not that land. That's about the furthest thing from my land that was ever a land. Alright, I'll discard it, I guess. I want a land. Try number 2 for a land. That's also not a land. Well, I don't want this, so. If I'd hit the red source, I could have tried to kill both of these with the Exerting Glorybringer. You're also not a land. Well, I assume I'm dead now. I'm going to cast you because you can at least block. I just have to imagine the game's over at this point. He's got a land, we can concede right here. No land? We did. He had the land. That deck does not do that very often, by the way. I played 15 rounds of that deck in paper this weekend, and it does not get that draw very often. Alright, well, we're dead. How could I have done that, donkey? I don't understand how I could have got 6 cards in my graveyard. I could have killed my X1 and then like looted, but then I lose my combat celebrant. Like, could I really have got 6 cards in my graveyard there? But then I don't get to use the Glorybringer twice, right? Oh god, I went too far. I only get to use the Glorybringer once like that, and I don't get to block at all, right? So, like, if I play this and discard this, that's 2 creatures. I kill this, that's 3 creatures, 4 creatures. The Merfolk's a 5th creature. And the Glorybringer's a 6th creature. And I get to, like, attack with Glorybringer and kill this, assuming he doesn't have Blossoming Defense. But, like, at that point, I'm just taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11, 12 damage on the crackback, and that's assuming he has 0 cards in hand. I don't think I get to win that game at all in that situation, do I? Like, basically, I have to get 2 activations with this to win, don't I? It would have got me a gate, but does a gate win at that point? When I have just a Glorybringer and he still has 4 lands and 3 permanents and he's at 16 life? Oh, yeah, we could have got 6 in the yard, but we couldn't have got 6 in the yard with 2 activations, and I don't know if we can win without 2 activations. Because if we get 2 activations, we get to put him at 12 life. He's going to block this. And then next turn, this comes back and untaps this, so we get to try to kill a third permanent and then like get a blocker in play. Or if we just ripped another Glorybringer, that would have been 20. Right? Yeah, that would have been... No, that wouldn't have been 20. Yeah, no, that would have been 20. No, it wouldn't have. That would have been 16. Been 16 with no blocker. But I don't know. I don't think we could win that game without double activation. I don't think we could win that game regardless, especially after we saw his hand, but anyway, this deck just does not fill up graveyards very well, and the attacking plan's not been working very well. I feel like half the decks I play feel like they're designed to beat blue-black midrange right now, and nobody's playing blue-black midrange. Like, I've not been paired versus blue-black midrange maybe once in my last 20 or so matches. I just do not get paired versus it anymore. Yeah, it does. It probably just needs blue cards and not green cards. Our opponent's 1-2, so we'll scoop to her regardless of the outcome of the match. I guess I'm going to keep this. It's just trash, but it's a 20 land deck. I don't think I'm willing to go to a 5th card when we have a scry and a draw step, and we have a mana producer. And we have 0 chance to win this, beat this match. The deck's just too fast for us. I'm not actually sure, Bowler, or Donkey. I don't know why I called you Bowler. It's Bowler anyway, but whatever. You can afford colorless sources in that deck? That's surprising to me. I thought the deck was pretty mana hungry. Color-wise. Yeah, Rowdy Crew. That's at random, though. You don't get to choose those, do you? Well, it looks like we're getting closer and closer to a quick exit from this league. Boom. Oh sweet. Well, we're not dead. I'm going to put a creature in their graveyard for them. You're welcome, opponent. If we come back and win this game, I'd be pretty impressed. I think I sold these way too cheap. I have a foil one of these somewhere. I think it's even Japanese. CW, I would be absolutely useless doing a sealed league because I've not read spoilers, so I have no idea what half the cards have do. I have not played a single sealed. I didn't even play a pre-release. Well, opponent. Opponent's doing things. I feel like opponents should be killing this. Okay, they are. They changed their mind and decided to. Oh, I guess I'll make them use it. Boom, says our opponent. We're just dead. Actually, I'm going to concede before I show him any more cards. We're just dead because he can, like, pump this up, make the same attack next turn, shoot this, and I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, I'm not dead on board, but, like, I don't have a draw on my deck that's going to come back from that. I don't think I'm supposed to bring Sweltering Suns in here. Feel like, they're, like I said, I think they're a better, faster GPG deck than us, so putting things in their graveyard seems actively bad. Like a sweeper effect just doesn't seem like what I want. Alright, this hand's actually pretty good. We have a Brontodon, maybe we can win game one. Assuming they don't draw like Warkite and kill it with like some like little dorky bro. If I had a plan that I thought was confident enough that I could stop the GPG itself, then maybe I would, but I don't think that I can confidently enough do that. There's an argument that I should have kept the Walking Ballista here as well, because it's so good versus Warkite. Like, I could end up really regretting not keeping this. This could be wrong as well, but I feel like I just want to get this in and get it under a Spell Piercer and a Gate. It's another colorless source, and they've only got one energy for red cards. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm a big fan of the Field of Runes in that deck. Seems like actively worse than the other options. I assume you're killing this. I want all of them. Is that casually looking for another land here? How many creatures do we have in our graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6? Okay then. I think we're going to steal this game. Hey, Fareed. That sucks, man, but at least you made the finals. How good was the prize pool for the finals? Could attack me for one, I guess. So I'll take this one. Also, what'd you lose to? Even though Matt hates that question. There wasn't any reason not to kill that guy, because if opponent does have a Gate to the Afterlife, he could have just killed both of his creatures with his walking and got to 6 regardless.
Guess there was an argument that I could have just not played my Afterlife this turn, and that I could have just cast Thrashing Brontodon. Opponent does have one Combat Celebrant in his graveyard. Warcat Marauder is a good one. One, two, three, four. Okay, we still have 6. Well, that was obviously a good draw then. Boom. I'm just going to run it back. I wonder if it's ever okay to just like, I don't know, put a bunch of crooks or something in my deck. But anyway. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. So how's everybody been? Can't believe Freed won't tell us what he lost to or like what he got for his prize. Think he's too busy thinking that we're going to come take it from him. Alright, we're going to mulligan this. I'm going to keep this hand that's potentially just a lot worse, but we have 2 draw steps. He hit at least 1 land? But I'm not keeping 3 lands and 3 mountains and 2 double green cards. Does not feel like a hand that I want to keep very often. Alright, well this is going absolutely, undeniably, miserably. We might have to try to start winning a little bit this week. We've bled off a lot of ticks in a row. Or not ticks, but play points or whatever. We've definitely been bleeding play points left and right. Does anybody want to take a guess on how this game's going to end? As we move into turn 3 and we've still not hit another land? End up 100, not too bad. Blue-black. Ah, that's a pretty good match for you too. That's unfortunate. Close though. What list did you run? Did you have any spice in it? Until 3 people top 8 of blue-red gift, you probably don't get to play it anymore. I've got paired versus it twice in this league alone. I think this is getting ready to make me 1-11 versus gift in the past 10 days. I beat somebody, though. They can suck it. I was also playing Gift today that I beat them. So. Oh, cool. I'm glad it went well for you then. Wish it could have went just a little weller. A little weller? I think that's English. That's English o'clock. It's close enough to English. Don't do that, homie. Homie bro. This is just our little merfolk friend. We're just going to hit a land with it anyway. Won store championship and placed third at a new store I went to the next day. Solid. That playmat looks gorgeous. Big fan of that playmat. I'm thinking about. I think Matt's on the right track. I think that red green dinosaurs deck is very good versus the red decks. Pretty good versus the blue, black, and Grixis decks, and really good versus the GPG decks. It's what I had my friend play at the PPTQ. He went X and 1 in Swiss. I'm sorry, he went XO1 in Swiss. And then he said he punted and got mana screwed in the top 8 or something. And then he won a game day the next day with it. Though he only had to play 3 rounds. No, he only had to play 2 rounds of the game days because of certain friends conceding to him and stuff. Alright. What did you play, CW? What deck did you play? Alright, we're really close to dead, right? Almost got 5 creatures in their graveyard. They've only got 1 combat celebrant, though. They've got a rivulet, so I think it's going to be hard for them to miss. There's a good chance we can concede right here. Yeah, I think we can probably concede now. I don't think we come back from what we see. Good night, mate. Thank you for stopping by. Black White Vampires is the only deck that beat me on the weekend. Struggled with it a lot in Swiss, and I narrowly beat the guy in the top 8. Well, that's not true. Game 1 was intense, and I ended at 1 life because I think he drew a little poorly. And Game 2, he drew very poorly, and I got my abysses down real early, and I always happened to have like a couple removal spell or a trick or two in my hand, so I was able to always get really nice profitable attacks. Abyss is my nickname for Bristling Hydra, because it feels like it kills one of your opponent's creatures every turn until they're dead. Alright, well, I'm blocking here. I guess I'm not blocking here, am I? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm just not blocking here. It would be really bad for me to block here. I don't know what I can draw. Like, I have a plan, but I don't know if it's going to work. And this is my plan, boys and girls, and children of all ages. We're going to sack our Beaumont Courier for our whole damn hand. Hey, JJ. Think you basically missed. This is probably roughly the last turn of the game. Please don't let... Alright. This is probably the last turn of the game. But my plan is working out so far. So we're going to start by stealing this thing. And then I'm going to attack my opponent and exert. Boom. Let's see if they take their damage. Oh. Nice, nice. Kinda hope they take this. They did not take this. And now I'm going to get a Frashy Brontodon back. I'm going to kill their GPG and hope it's enough. Sometimes you just don't have very many options, and you've got to do whatever you can do. The fact... Okay, I realize we're probably still losing this game, but the fact that the board looks even moderately clear at this stage in the game when it took us that many turns to even draw a second land means GPG decks are just ridiculous. And I don't appreciate them. Oh, it looks like we're just going to die anyway, but we're just going to die very, very badly anyway. Maybe I did want Sweltering Sun. How good would Sweltering Sun look right now? Not particularly good, but it would look good enough. So I don't know how to stop all of this junk from happening next turn. Maybe we can put a bro, like a Dargon in the graveyard or something. Well, I guess we'll put that in the graveyard. I don't think... Okay, so... Trying to think of any way to win here, and I'm not really seeing it, so... I'm going to start with... That's what you want to see. I think it's a little too late, but... I mean, it's a start, right? Because now we get to play this one. And we get to attack with this and exert. And they don't get a good unblock or a thing. I don't think it wins. I didn't do the math, but I feel like I'm going to be one creature shy. But I could be wrong. All I know is we get to at least get one Jade Light Ranger and try again, which is kind of nice. I've not did the math, but I think we're one creature shy. I think if the Merfolk Branchwalker could attack, we win, but you're better at the deck than me. I clearly don't know the answers to these questions. Attack. So we're going to exert and attack. No, I guess you're right. We somehow won with that. So he's going to go down to 11 and we're going to get the attack for 12, right? Well, more than 12, but... Did we win this game? Alright, you're right. You're right, Donkey. I just didn't do the math. Alright, I'm not going to let him block. That was sick. Alright, got to get my advertising in, tell them GG, good luck. But we're going to concede to them because we don't have, we can't actually win any prize. So there's no reason to, like, try to knock them out of a prize. Just let them have their fun, not really care. That's something I do anytime that we're like testing a fun deck and we don't have very much success. I always just go ahead and concede to our opponent. So, comments on this deck. I mean, it felt a lot worse than just playing the blue-red build. The blue-red build feels just a lot better than this. It was fun, though. Like, that was really sweet. I got to Merfolk Branchwalker and put a Combat Celebrant in my graveyard, which let me win. That was a little ridiculous. It was pretty hilarious. Like, who would have guessed we would have won that game? It kind of blows my mind that we even had the opportunity to win that game. But we played the what out we had, and I guess we got there even though I didn't quite realize that we had that many outs. I'm pretty excited about that win. Anyway, like I said, I'm a little sick, super tired, got a crap ton of work to do, so unfortunately I'm going to be logging off today. I probably will not be back for a second league today, but assuming that I get all my work done tonight and don't feel any worse than I do, I plan on hopefully starting my double streams back again tomorrow. But anyway, thank you guys so much for spending, the last couple hours with me. Had a lot of fun. The deck was pretty sweet. I would not recommend playing it. If you want to play a deck similar to this, just play the blue-red build. Champion of Wits and Ministers and Marauders just give you way the heck too much synergy, and it just seems like way too good. But that was one of the funner wins I've had on a stream. Or like one of the funner sequences of plays that I've had on the stream. Oh wait, sorry, I completely missed CW up here saying. Play Blue-White Control, Sacred Cat, Legion's Landing, Giddings, Exil's Bindings, Cast Out, Fumigates. Oh, fair enough. Oh wow, approach out of the sideboard. That's kind of interesting. I like that because especially if people aren't expecting it, they might not have the right card for it. That's actually pretty hot. I don't know how I missed that. I wonder if I'm just so off that I'm missing all sorts of messages. Anyway, long story short, I'll stop whining now. I'm going to go host Matthew. I think he said he was playing another league, but don't hold me to that. But anyway, he's playing Red Green Dinos, and it's kind of the deck that I'm really feeling right now. So hopefully it's good, and hopefully you guys like him. And again, thank you all so much for stopping by. For anybody who cares and or is new here, keep in mind that I stream 365 days out of the year. I stream almost exclusively standard. There's links below the stream to both my YouTube and my Twitter. My Twitter has every time we go live on it, and our YouTube has almost all of our past broadcasts. Anyway, I'm done running my mouth, and I'm going to jump out of here because probably nobody's listening at this point anyway. Take care, everybody.